How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to watch Naruto Shippuden episode 211. Last episode, Danzo and Sasuke stabbed each other with their chakra swords.
I hope there's something more to Danzo, because that fight was honestly kind of unsatisfying. He's been talking so much smack this whole time, and he's just getting his ass whooped by Sasuke, so hopefully he can do something.
Yeah, hopefully they'll show like a higher level jutsu that we haven't seen yet. Come chat about anime on our Discord, and if you're interested in live reactions, make sure to follow us on Twitch. Both will be linked in the description below.
If you like the full uncut reaction to this Naruto Shippuden episode and get a few weeks ahead of the YouTube videos, make sure to check out our Patreon. The link is also down in the description below. Now onto the anime. That looks like it's
Sasuke landed. Right?
It looks like it's in Danzo. Not in Sasuke though, I don't think.
Yeah, I feel like Danzo missed. He's smiling.
Wait, so Sasuke lost? Madara.
Oh, he got stabbed. He has one life left, so he's okay. What the hell did he do? He was under Genjutsu!
Oh my god!
That is real life! Oh shit! Holy
he didn't
crap!
even realize!
He was under the Genjutsu. He
This
thought he had
whole
one more life.
He lost count.
Oh my god. Yeah, he lost count.
Shouldn't he always be counting? I mean, we lost count, but he himself should always be counting. Stab him! Stab him!
Oh my god.
そして万華鏡車輪ガンを持つ忍び観察眼なら断蔵お前より上だお前が気づくよりも早くサスケは幻術をかけ右腕最後の目が開いているように見せかけていたお前自身イザナギの不安定な降下時間を右腕の車輪ガンを見て幾度も確認し判断し一瞬の間でも現実にかけられることを前もって確認していた。それを利用しないサスケでは。
That's the whole point of the Itachi. Oh my god. That's because he didn't use his Sharingan as well, though.
そろそろ死水の目をいただけそうだ。
He's taking. Oh my god.
Why does he want Shisui's eye? Madara wants it?
Yeah, Madara wants it. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah.
Where else does he fight?
It feels like it's gonna.
It's coming out.
Yo, I think Kairi needs to run away. What the frick?
Oh, I don't think he has full control on it. Maybe that's why there's a face.
死にかけてチャクラの制御ができなくなったら、柱間の力をそう簡単にはコントロールできはしない。
Oh, Yamato was more able to control it. Yeah, better.
I mean, he just lost his whole arm? What the frick?
He's gonna use his final Sharingan now.
Sasuke just saw it now.
How can he win though? Sasuke has Mangekyo.
But Sasuke's not using it right now. Why would you sacrifice the eye for that again?
What? He's gonna try to put that Madara on Genjutsu? What is this guy talking about?
Yo, man, this is crazy.
Wow, his determination is insane. Like, he's still
He's
thinking
persistent.
about Madara. He can't even defeat Sasuke right now. Oh my god!
Yo, he just stabbed her too. What the hell?
Did he? No.
No freaking way, yo. She literally just saved him so many times, man.
Dude, he's too deep in, dude.
I can't believe he just did that.
He doesn't care anymore. That's all he's thinking about is revenge.
Oh my god. He's so persistent. This is insane.
Sasuke's not even ending him. Oh my god.
He's gonna take his eye.
DANZO.
Go then give us the freaking story.
That was him? Oh my
what
god!
the frick?
This is when they
Dude,
were so young!
that was Danzo. Danzo didn't look bad back then.
Yeah, they're both kind of handsome when
That's
they're
what
young.
I mean. What happened?
逃げ道の突破口を。無理だ小春。この場合誰か一人が陽動で気を
I
引
love
く
that
し
girl's
か。
hat. It's so cute.
まず命はない。誰が？
Reminds me of Choji.
俺は忍びだ。忍びらしく戦場で死ぬと決めていた。サルトビ、お前は今何を考えてる？お前にはその覚悟があるのか？言うんだ。いえ、俺は。どうした？俺がやるってなんで？俺がやります。サルトビ、ヒルズ、お前心配するな。こう見えてもお前らの中じゃ一番できると自負してる。死にはしないよ。震えが。
He can do it.
He's scared.
Yeah.
俺は弱腰だ。心のどこかで今ほっとしてる。これから皆を頼むぞ、団蔵。お前なら黙れ。俺が手を挙げようと思っていた。一人でいい格好するな。おとり役は俺がやる。団蔵、俺の父も祖父も戦場で忍びとして死んだ。自己犠牲は忍びの本分。
おとり役はもちろん俺が行く。己を知ることだ。今のままでは仲間を危機に陥れる。とにかく団蔵、去る。その年で焦ることはない。いずれその時が来る。その時までその命取っておけ。
They're actually giving us a backstory.
去るよ。里をしたい貴様を信じる者たちを守れ。そして育てるのだ。次の時代を託すことのできる者。明日からは貴様がほかげだ。
What?
Did he know he was gonna die on this mission? That's why.
この葉を頼む。
What the frick?
お前はいつも俺の先を歩きやがる。忍びの世のため、この葉のため、お前らは決して生かしてはおかぬ。
What?
Does he actually? What?
サスケ、団蔵から離れろ。ヒルゼン、次はわしの番のようだ。
He's not actually a bad guy, bad guy? What the frick's happening, yo?
火は燃ゆる。火の影は里を照らし、またこの葉は芽吹く。お前が命をかけてこの葉を守ったように、今度はわしが。こやつらだけは。だがわしは結局ほかげにはなれなかった。どこまで行ってもお前に
Wow,
は
why
追
did
い
they
つけ
show
な
through Hokage? It made me tear up.
That wasn't for Danzo?
No, that was not. That was not for Danzo. Okay, I feel kind of bad though.
Yeah, from that.
They were good
from-
friends before.
That's what I
it
mean.
seems
From
like.
that flashback, it didn't seem like Danzo was too bad. Like at a certain point,
They don't.
he just
they
started
were
changing.
friends.
I think it's when he became Hokage, and he realized that he's always behind.
I think it's because Danzo always looked up to Hiruzen.
Yeah, look, they're like friends here.
光を浴びるこの葉、俺は闇の中の根。こんな俺をお前はどう思う？なあ、ヒルゼン。お前にとって俺は。
What the frick?
What the fuck, dude?
Oh
got me.
shit!
This episode has me so confused about Danzo. I feel bad for him.
At the very end, he was actually doing it for the village. This whole time they're making it seem like his personal gains, right?
I think he got obsessed about the idea because he's always felt very inferior compared to Hiruzen. Because he was always such a strong and happy character, and he wants to catch up to Sartobi, right? But it just felt like he could never catch up.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
Right? Even despite him wanting to sacrifice himself at that time, he couldn't bring himself to do it because he still felt fear, right?
Yeah.
Like that's normal. That's normal. Like you would feel fear to die. Like even if you are proud to sacrifice yourself for your village, you would still feel fear, right? But I think it's because at that time, Sartobi just did it and it seemed like it was without any hesitation. It's like he keeps feeling inferior. Like he looks up to Hiruzen. It was never like a bad relationship between the two of them. It was more like I think he felt frustrated with himself that he couldn't be the person that Hiruzen was. Because I think what he wanted was for himself to be like Hiruzen. But no matter what he did, he couldn't be like that.
The third Hokage is how he felt. Technically, he could be having the same hesitation as well. It just happens that he was a second faster than Danzo.
Exactly.
But yeah, it does seem like they were very good friends.
I think so too, because it shows them like hanging out when they were children.
I did not expect to see that.
I always thought that he was just very bitter and hated third Hokage, but it honestly, from this episode, it seems like the person he was hated was himself because he couldn't live up to the expectations that he had for himself.
Yeah.
He says, his father, his grandfather, they all died as shinobi. Like he wants to die honorably like that, right? And do something honorably. But I guess during that time, during that mission, he wasn't able to do it, and then he just felt like
maybe it spiraled from that moment because he became the Hokage. Then
and then he's just so far from you, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, how I see it is, like, Danzo always looked up to Hiruzen, and he wanted to catch up to Hiruzen. But at that point, once he became Hokage, it's like, how could he himself ever catch up now? That's why he's so obsessed with this idea of being Hokage. Like, maybe once I become Hokage, I'll be at that same level as Hiruzen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he felt as if his whole life he just had to catch up. And that moment where Hiruzen became Hokage, it just felt like he was so far off now. That's why I think maybe he resorted to all these methods.
Holy crap. Yeah, I was not expecting this. Them giving us this backstory.
Not gonna lie. I don't know if I shed that tear for third Hokage or with him. I think it was the relationship. I don't know if it's for Danzo, but it's like seeing the relationship, because this whole time we didn't think Danzo even cared.
No, this whole time it's not that we didn't think he didn't care. It's that everything he does is to benefit himself, but at the same time he would always say it's for the village. It's for the village. You know what I mean?
But we would doubt him.
We would doubt him just because the things he do benefits himself, right? But how he ended and died here, at the end, it did seem like
it was for
the village, which is very not what I was expecting from Danzo, because I thought he was just using that as a front, because at the end of the day, everything's to benefit himself.
That's why I feel so conflicted now.
What the hell?
Now he's actually just dying for the village, and like before, we were kind of angry at him because he was doing all these things that would benefit himself, but if you think about it, we could argue that he was only doing it so that he would be in the position to be able to protect the Leaf Village, right? Like him doing these forbidden jutsus and stuff. Maybe it's like you could argue that he's doing it so that he could be more powerful in order to stand his ground and be able to protect the Leaf Village. It's
because the way he's doing it is just unethical. He's willing to do whatever it takes. That's what gives off the vibe that it's for personal gain. But I guess that's what he had to do in order to get stronger. And then the way he says his message to Hiruzen, right? It may seem like he actually cared for him.
Because he says, like, what was I to you? Which
Right?
made me feel like
he actually
fuck.
cared for him, right? But this whole time, the way they played it was that Danzo was hiding, Third Hokage was fighting Orochimaru. He's just like, excellent, like, good.
I think
he's gonna die,
to,
right?
I think he was trying to get Hiruzen's acknowledgement. Because Hiruzen is like the person he wants to be.
Yeah, he was trying to do that, but I'm saying during the story, they played it off during the Orochimaru attack. He didn't do anything, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they made it seem like he actually just wanted the Third Hokage to die. Because he was hiding.
Yeah.
Like, even now, we don't know what he was really was doing.
Actually thinking.
But the way they're playing off right now is like, he did his sacrifice, and now Danzo's doing his sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
We can kind of compare it to Sasuke and Naruto.
Mm-hmm.
Sasuke was friends with Naruto in the beginning, and then as Naruto got stronger, it seemed like Sasuke was never able to catch up to him, which led him to walk a different route. Maybe this is the same way for Danzo. He seemed like a good lad, when they were younger. It just happened that Hiruzen became Hokage, and then I guess he can't catch up to Hokage at that point.
So he was working from the shadows.
Yeah, he kind of just veered off and did this whole foundation thing, and his unethical ways kind of just came with it, I guess, because he's in the darkness now, right? I guess it's kind of in that sense their relationship's kind of like Naruto and Sasuke. I feel bad for him. I know, but that's his what? That's his current
again,
him?
like,
the late version of
that
him?
is because he's part of the foundation as well, though.
He changed at that point.
He changed, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel bad for the young version of him.
The young one.
Yeah, the young version of Danzo, where it actually seemed like he genuinely just wanted to
be a good shinobi.
Yeah, be a good shinobi. And then it just somehow ended this way. And the current Danzo, like, he is unethical. I don't agree with his ways, but at the end of the day, it did seem like he actually cared for the village. Which is the crazy thing. Because this whole time we kind of dismissed it. He always says it's for the village, right? But the things he do, makes it seem like he's doing it for himself.
Dude, I told you I was already really conflicted all this time. Because every time they said, like, it was for the Leaf
Yeah,
village,
I know!
I would get so confused. And then now they're throwing me this backstory, man. I feel so confused about Danzo.
This is so weird, man. I don't know, man. I think it was more touching when they showed him and Hiruzen as kids playing around. Because when you're a kid, you don't know much, right? You only know about, who your best friend is, just having fun. You don't worry about all the other stuff. But that's the most purest time, right? To show Danzo, right? Because at that time, he probably didn't worry about anything. He probably didn't even see Hiruzen as a higher position than him, because he probably at that point just that's just a friend, they could be equal. I don't know, he probably not even thinking about that at the time.
Make me cry.
they're just having fun, right? Because when you're a kid, you're at your purest form, and then eventually, I don't know, just life happened.
Yeah, I think he just felt more and more inferior because, like, at this point during this flashback when they were kids and just playing around, they weren't even really thinking about, like, what it means to be a shinobi, like, what and their power difference and all that. Because when you're a kid, like you said, when you're a kid, you're just thinking about having fun and talking with each other. You're not really thinking about all those other things. I think it's just like as he grew older, those thoughts clogged his head.
That's definitely what happened. So I do feel bad for Danzo that how things turned out.
Hiruzen was kind of living out the shinobi definition that he had for himself, and he just felt like he couldn't do anything about it.
And at the time too, when Hiruzen was proclaimed to be third Hokage, the second Hokage also said that you guys are too young, don't die yet, because you guys need to carry the will of fire. And Danzo hates the will of fire. So at the time when he was young, he had the will of fire. It just changed as he got older. He hated that saying.
He phrased that, like, about the part where he's like, from the shadow, working in the shadow. It almost seems like he's working in support of Hiruzen, right?
Yeah.
The way he said that phrase.
Because someone needs to do it.
Yeah, like, you're a leaf trod upon. I was nothing but foundation hidden in the darkness.
You need both.
You need both, right? And then he was like, willing to be
He's willing to do it.
the darkness for Hiruzen, so
for
that he could be the
Hiruzen,
face
for the
right?
village. I don't know.
It made it seem like that. That's why this phrase, I was like, wait a minute, was he actually doing this?
See, that's
for the lead?
what I mean. Like he
It
keeps saying,
hurts. Every time we talked about this, and I was like, oh, maybe he is doing it for the Leaf Village.
yeah, you kept bringing it up.
Because we kept having this discussion where, like, we would say, like, he could technically use it's for peace as an argument for anything he does.
Yeah.
Technically, right? But then he really did. And now it's
He
like,
really
now
did.
it feels kind of like, oh wait, he was?
Yeah,
Because we
he
were
was.
joking about it, right? We're like, oh yeah, he's doing it for peace. Like, he could just say that.
Yeah, whatever bad thing he does, he literally just needs to say, I'm doing it for peace.
Yeah,
and
but-
he would justify it.
Mhm. But now he's like kind of telling us that he was.
Yeah, he
So
was
now it feels-
doing it for peace.
So now it feels conflicting because we're like, wait a minute, you were?
Yeah, exactly. You were doing it for peace, so now how... You can argue that's unethical, but at the end goal, he just wanted peace, right?
The better for everybody at the
That's
Leaf
freaking
Village.
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know how I see him. I feel bad for young Danzo. I didn't think I was gonna feel this way for Danzo.
haven't-
At the end, I thought when Danzo died, I was gonna be like, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right, finish him off, you know, but...
Now his death actually feels satisfying. Because, I mean, like, last episode, we were saying how this fight feels so unsatisfying, but
Yeah.
now that we kind of see how he's going out now, I'm kind of like, oh, I think this is actually the end of him now.
Do you feel bad for him?
I feel bad for his...
His
I
young-
feel just bad for, like, his young self,
His
yeah,
young
and
self?
how things played out.
Do you feel bad for him when he was running away from Sasuke? Now that we know,
Yeah, I'm
'Cause
not
it's-
gonna lie, like, I felt kind of bad a little bit when he was kind of so desperate
He
to
was-
get
yeah,
away.
he was-
Because the thing is, before he said that, before he started trying to get away, he said, I need to live for the shinobi world. Like, I can't die here because I need to live in order to protect the Leaf Village and the shinobi world. Like, he said something along those
which
lines.
is something noble, you know what I mean?
Which is something noble, and then seeing him struggle to try to get away from Sasuke was just kind of hard to watch. Like, even without the backstory.
Yeah, even
it
though
felt-
he was bad, right? Like,
Yeah.
like look at this scene. Look at this. I genuinely felt bad for Danzo because this scene he just kept running.
Yeah, like he was trying so hard, despite it's confirmed it's over for him, right? Like,
Yeah.
Him running away, it's not gonna. Sasuke can just kill him right
Yeah,
now.
he
right?
knows too.
He knows too,
But he's
the
not
fact
giving
that,
up.
Yeah, but the fact that he wasn't giving up and was still trying so desperately, it was really hard to watch.
Like when he was running, I genuinely felt bad for the current times Danzo.
Yeah. What did he say? He said something like, no matter what that means, I must survive, for I will be the one reformer who will change this ninja world. Like, he genuinely believes that he can do that.
Yeah.
And, like, yeah, he's willing to sacrifice people in return to get to that point, but I think that's just something that he's accepted because he's been saying that he was working from the darkness. He acknowledges that, right? He acknowledges that he's going to do the dirty work in order to achieve something greater for the rest of the world. So that's why when he said that and then he started trying to get away from Sasuke like so desperately, it was so painful to watch.
It was hard to watch.
And it's sad too because like he really lived by that word of like that shinobi must sacrifice for the like
Yeah, he
shinobi
always
is
talked
just
about
for
it.
the
Itachi,
sacrifice.
all the
But,
other
like,
shinobis.
But the thing is, we've only ever thought that he was just saying that so that they would sacrifice themselves because he
justify, right?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he was never the one to sacrifice himself. So now that he's doing it, it feels like, damn, did he actually think
Yeah.
that? Because this whole time he's been preaching it, but we never like actually believed that he believed that phrase. He just said it, right, to kind of justify all these other shinobi that he's sacrificing, like from the foundation.
See, that's
right?
the thing. Like he kept talking about peace. We're like, okay, you know, that's just to justify whatever he's doing, right? But at the end of the day, he actually was thinking about peace.
And it was also really hard to watch Sasuke, man. Like
Holy
he killed Karin.
Dude, I cannot agree with Sasuke at that point. Like, you just killed her. She saved your ass so many times.
I don't know.
Like,
I
I get you got caught, but
I feel bad for Karin because like she just wants to help Sasuke. And
Karin basically
he
said the same thing
sacrificed her.
as Danzo. What am I to you?
And he said she's just a burden now.
'Cause
Like
she
he
got
doesn't
caught.
even see them as individuals anymore.
that's
It's
what I
more
mean.
of rather like, are they beneficial to my goal?
Before he would give a shit about them, but now
Before he cared about them
He's
like as an
into
actual
deep.
person, but now he just sees them as like, are they beneficial to my goal? That's why it's sad to see though. Like he's so blinded by his hatred and wanting that revenge that he doesn't care about anything else anymore.
Yeah.
It feels sad to see him like this. He's so consumed with hatred, and then it's like, okay, let's say he does end up killing all the Leaf Village. It's like, what is he gonna do at that point?
No, that's it.
That's it for him. That's why it's so sad. Like, that's his whole goal, is just to get that revenge, and then he doesn't care about anything
He
else
won't have
anymore.
anything else
He
anymore.
won't even have anything else, exactly.
Like, who is he at that point? I don't know. Like, all he knows is just to be an Avenger.
Exactly.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you're new here, make sure to hit the subscribe button. We'll see you guys in the next video.
Bye.
Peace.